difficult. So right here at the moment, we've got the second last round of the first race, and 164. Mark Hatton pops a wheelie off the start-finish line. Got a couple of orange vests, they'll be easy to pick up. John Rawcliffe is on 102. No, he's on 103, sorry. Jan Louis 102. Normally runs number 188, but on 102 now. So John Rawcliffe in second spot there. As I say that, he comes through Mark Hatton on the inside, both on FZR 1000 Yamahas. This is the pre-82 senior and pre-89 F1. No Sean Donnelly out there. Number 3 is parked up there. He's only on slicks. Somebody needs to send him a weather forecast maybe. That's his choice. It's good to see him out there on his Z1000R in the first race and having a good time. I think from memory he finished in 4th spot. So look at that lead that Rawcliffe has got there down that back straight. Now Johnny Rawcliffe, as I flick through and get my piece of paper, he's got, wow, Invercargill. He's come up all the way from Invercargill. So a good trip up there. I think Bike Trans has helped get a few of the bikes up into the North Island. It's great, and looking forward to the Mike Perot Southern Classic Festival on the first weekend of December down south at Levels. And I was just talking to the organiser Dave Reesby today and confirming some of the details of some of the big riders there. Aaron Slight, Stephen Briggs will be there on the Britain. Aaron Slight, I think, is demonstrating a GP bike, an Aprilia GP bike, so that's good. That bike is coming in from Australia, so it'll be really good to see Aaron back out there. Crosby will be there on a four-cylinder Suzuki RG back onto the track, and that's Duncan Coots from Northland. So it's Northland versus where's Duncan list his? No, he doesn't even list his home. He's got no fixed abode. Usually it's at the racetrack. He's all over the show. But Duncan Coots there in second place and closing up. Duncan's riding a Gr6R 1100 Suzuki 58 is his number. 58 is his number. That's not his normal number. Trying to think what his normal number is. It's not relevant at the moment. 114 Campbell Stevenson from Kaiapoi down in near Christchurch there in 3rd spot on the Suzuki GS1000. And then in 4th place, I think that's Mark Hatton. I reckon Mark Hatton's gone out there with slicks on there, the way he's riding that bike round there, because he was right out at the pointy end last time round, and Mark Hatton is on the 164 bike down the centre straight, going back to, looks like 27 David Dixon there. In behind him is a Suzuki GS-XR 1100. That is 102. That is Jan Louis, and the tail end of the field is 289 Ken Ferguson there. Again, given his performance in the last session there on a drier track, I reckon he's out there on slicks at the moment, so it is the rider's choice. Coming on to the front straight, the battle is tightening up. Don't have an accurate time between first and second in the last race, but I reckon it's closed up there. It was 58, Hunts down 103. Northland versus Invercargill. It was a north-south challenge last time round. This time round, they are competing for the Post-Classic Senior New Zealand Classic Motorcycle Register Premier and Scratch Cup. So looking through the infield, yeah, that 58 is definitely quicker. We can see it on the C-TAS footage there, closing in on there. Grant Collingwood come down from Hamilton to record this for you. It will go, it is live out to air today and tomorrow, so if you want your friends and family and sponsors and that to follow this meeting, you can Google C-TAS live, and it will come up with live timing and also live video stream. And then in a couple of days' time, when Grant gets back up north, he's able to upload the footage there and show you the racing of this weekend for the Spring Classic Trophy meeting. Spring Trophy Classic. I had to turn the page over there. The battle tightens up there at the front there as they go into Higgins, just maybe 2 to 3 bike lengths between them, and then it opens up. Rawcliffe's a bit quicker coming out of the corner, but here comes Duncan Coots on the 58 machine, passes him into the braking area, just before the braking area, and makes it stick round the Go Media corner there. This is a 6-lap race, as is the next one. Then we go back to 4-lappers. They are running some of tomorrow's program today, just as time permits, because the track is available till 4:30. So Duncan Coots goes through and takes the lead. Johnny Rawcliffe there in second spot, looking round, 3rd place there around that big sweeper. He's getting hunted down by 4th place. That's Campbell Stevenson on the 114 machine with Mark Hatton there. I won't be able to see here whether they're on slicks. It's they'll be going too fast to actually recognise that, but I'm pretty sure that'll be the situation with Mr. Hatton there. Battle going on between 27 and 102. 27 David Dixon, Jan Louis there with Louis in 6th place. John Louis there from the Hawke's Bay. David Dixon on bike number 27 is from Canterbury, so they're coming out of the Toyota corner at the moment. And the final bike on the track, 289, Ken Ferguson on the Gr6R, coming onto the front straight. No Hondas, no Kawasaki's out there. And indeed, these are just, there'll be one pre-82 bike there, the GS1000, the rest of them are all pre-89. So one pre-82 bike, the rest of them pre-89. Duncan Coots opens up his lead down that back straight, probably 120, 130 metres, just getting stronger and stronger as it looks like to me. It's raining a little bit more. The track's definitely getting wetter. In fact, you can see the splashing off the tyres on the CTAS footage there, the static camera on the back straight. Also, I think he's got a static camera on the front straight as well. He just interchanges things, and one of the things that Grant Collingwood has done in recent times is gone to slow-mo as well. How he does it, he's a one-man band, sets it all up at the beginning of the day, and up there in all sorts of weather doing whatever he's doing to keep this stuff filming, and then if he spots an incident that's worthy of slow-mo replay, it comes on there, and the information as well. He's got the screen on the side with the details. He's got the class on the bottom and that, and just absolutely legendary. He does schoolboy rugby league in Auckland, and that takes up a lot of his time, jet sprinting as well, and it all come from his love of motorcycling and wanting to cover this. He does the New Zealand Superbike Championships as well. Don't think he's going to do the Suzuki Series this year. I know the tracks are talking about we want people at the tracks rather than people sitting on their couch watching it at home, so not too sure with it. We're certainly not going out live to New Zealand. Maybe the cemetery circuit will be available to international customers only on the day. Of course, you'll be able to get that stuff later on, but that'll be on the TV footage that will be taken because they do a program afterwards. So the Suzuki Series coming up 3 weekends of December. I'm looking forward to seeing Liechtenstein's rider, Horst Seiger, coming out here for the 4th time as Yamaha's already on the water. Yes, you heard it right, Yamaha. For the last 3 seasons he's been out here. He wasn't out here last year due to having increasing the size of the family. His wife Tamara had a baby, Benjamin, and didn't come out last year, but he was out the 3 years before on Kawasaki's. He's changed to Yamaha. He also had source bikes in New Zealand for the 3 times on the Kawasaki, bought his own bits and pieces to that he races with internationally. So Horst Seiger going to the Macau GP in Southeast Asia, and then he's coming out to New Zealand for 3 weeks for the Suzuki Series, and then he's going on a bit of a holiday. So it'll be really good. And also 6 or 7 times world champion Tim Reeves. Now, New Zealand motorcycle racing must be doing something right if we can attract the calibre of rider that's a 7 times or 6 times world champion out to New Zealand, not once, but 4 times. So he's coming back again, and he's already got his little wee 600 F2 bike on the water. Sadly, he missed out. Him and Mark Wilkes missed out on the World Championship. They had a fire the second to last round, and they had a DNF and missed out on the World Championship, but still got a very creditable second. So that's great to see him coming out. So that's the Suzuki Series. Back onto the track here for the classic motorcycle racing out there. And onto the front straight again, looking out. Are we going to have the white flag this time round? We've had 8, in fact that's a checkered flag, so number 58 Duncan Coots takes a checkered flag, followed by John Rawcliffe there in 2nd spot on the 103 machine, the Yamaha FZR 1000. The Gr6R has been lapped, the 289 machine, Ken Ferguson coming through there. In fact, that sounds like a 3-cylinder Gr6R. That's maybe the problem. I said he might be on slicks, but that's all right. So we're looking out for, it'll be Mark Hatton coming around that big sweeper now. Mark Hatton was having a good battle with Campbell Stevenson. Where has Campbell Stevenson got to? Don't know whether I saw him come into the pits, but that is Mark Hatton on 164 coming through there. 114 is 102 has come through there, and that's John Louis. There's Campbell Stevenson, so something going on there, probably run off the track a bit. And David Dixon takes off the last spot on the track. As I say, 289 has been lapped. So that's it, done and dusted for that. And looking forward to Group 7, which is the smaller bikes and the post classics coming out.